Texas versus James Madrone. Do I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ryan Grimmer for the state of Texas.
For the defense?
Ronald Geyer.
Did you understand you're charged with failure to stop and render aid, serious bodily injury? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000.
Welcome to the chaos. James Madden is now facing a third-degree felony after leaving the scene of a serious car crash. Someone was badly hurt, and instead of helping, he took off. That's not just irresponsible, it's a crime. And here's where it gets worse. He admits he might have been high on marijuana at the time. On top of that, he has children who count on him, yet he still chose to RUN.SO. What's really going on here? Was he acting out of fear, or was this just plain selfishness? Stay tuned. This case is only going to get more complicated.
Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Anything to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
Where is Donkey Lady Bridge? Now it states in here that they had met you through Elise. OP1 said they were at the complainant's house when the group of males showed up in Unit 1. Unit 1 is the vehicle. She said they decided to go to the Donkey, D-O-N-K-Y, Lady Bridge, but instead ended up driving around. Where is this Donkey Lady Bridge?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I've never been there in my life.
Are you still driving the vehicle?
No.
How old are you?
21.
If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? Before you answer no, that you are going to be drug tested today. Don't say just. Just tell me what you're going to be positive for.
Probably, maybe a little bit of marijuana.
And what else?
That's it. I don't know anything else.
What do you do with the rest of your day other than marijuana?
I work.
Where?
I would work at Bohannon's.
All right. What do you do at Bohannon's?
I'm a dishwasher and trash stuff.
Right. So you have a car accident and your go-to is to leave. Why would you leave a car accident?
Just everybody had left and I just left myself.
Well, no, everybody didn't leave because there were two people remaining in the car trapped and somebody had to help them out. So why would you leave injured people behind in the vehicle?
I was one of those people injured in the car. And then I got out. They held me out and then I walked home.
Okay, this is not where he's going to pretend he wasn't driving, is it?
We're pleading no contest, Your Honor.
Okay. So again, why?
This is where things really take a dark turn. James didn't just leave the scene. He left injured people stuck in a wrecked car and didn't even call for help. Number 911. No sirens, nothing. He just walked away like it was nothing. That's more than poor judgment. It's a total failure of basic human decency. And under the law, not stopping to help could land him behind bars for anywhere from 2 to 10 years. Emotionally, it's a tough pill to swallow for anyone who believes in doing the right thing. And the defense? Silent. No explanations, no apology, just quiet.so. What do you think? Is he actually sorry, or was he just hoping he wouldn't get caught?
What the restitution will be, any idea?
I don't, Judge. I know our advocate is working on that. I don't know how much, if any, restitution is going to be outstanding.
If there's an issue about restitution, just let the court know and we have a restitution hearing.
Thank you, Judge.
How far did you go in school?
I stopped at 11th grade.
Why?
Just struggling with my family.
What does that mean?
Like, I have to take care of my little brothers sometimes, most of the time, because my mom is just not healthy. So I'm really like their dad, and I'm always there to help them out and stuff like that. So
what do you mean she's not helping? Where is she?
She lives with her mom. Yeah, she lives with my grandmother.
And so how old is your little brother?
My little brother, he's 13.
So where is your little brother living?
He lives with me with my uncle.
So was Child Protective Services involved?
Yeah, they're talking to my mother right now. So there's a case, I think, that's open with my mother.
So what are you planning on doing for the rest of your life? Are you going to be working at Bohanna's, or are you doing something else?
No, I was gonna work at Bohannes for a little bit until I get my own apartment, and then get my GED and eventually try to join into the military with my friend.
Well, I always tell people you can't keep saying you're gonna, because your Ghana's gonna wake up and 5 years of your life will have.
Now let's look at James's life beyond the crash. His struggling, trying to raise a toddler, dealing with a rocky family situation, and acting as a father figure to his younger brother because their mom isn't in the picture. It's easy to feel for him. That's a heavy load. But here's the legal reality. Tough circumstances don't give anyone a free pass. Missing court dates, violating probation, and not supporting the mother of your child, those are serious choices with serious consequences. The judge is paying attention. And so are we. So the question is, does a hard life excuse bad decisions, or does it make owning up to them even more important?
The case that was CIC was a burglary of habitation, Judge.
All right, so here's the thing about burglary of habitations, right? I haven't been presented with any evidence, so I don't know what it says. But what I do know is that entering people's homes without their permission, it's going to end up resulting in one of two things for you. One, it's going to end up being a prison trip. And burglary of habitations, range of punishment is 2 to 20 years. Or either you're going to break into somebody's home and you're going to be shocked to find that they are at their home, and you may end up being shot or killed. And you know what people are going to say? It was justified. You're in somebody's home, you're not supposed to be. So I'm going to put down Cats 1 and 2, but I can give you Cats 1 and 2 course in 2 minutes. Don't take what does not belong to you, which people should have learned in preschool. And when you go to someone's home, only go if you're invited, and then when they ask you to leave, leave. Life is so simple, people make it so much difficult than it has to be. So Cats 1 and 2. And the MRT, which is supposed to teach you right from wrong, which again, we should learn that in preschool, right? If everybody would treat others the way they would like to be treated, you will need the MRT course. So remember that as you're taking that course. I'm going to want him tested for levels. And those.
Wait, there's more. James is also facing burglary charges. That's right. He's been breaking into homes, putting himself at serious risk. The judge didn't mince words. If you enter someone's house uninvited, you could get shot. And legally, the homeowner would be in the right. This isn't about blaming the victim. It's a hard truth meant to shake James into reality, and here's the kicker. He has 2 young kids. You'd think that would be reason enough to turn things around. But instead, he's racking up charges. Burglary, theft, neglect, probation violations. Like it's all a game. So, is this finally game over? Or does James still think he can keep pushing his luck?
James Bradford.
All right, it says here that you didn't talk to the manager and you left when asked to stay in the lobby by the probation officer.
Your Honor, I was, my grandmother, thankful for her that she helped me with my burdens when I had to do these reports and everything, and she would have my kids in the car while I'll be reporting. So at that time, I really didn't have too much time to be there due to my being responsible for 2 children. So that was just that, at that time, that was it.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Your grandmother is helping you with your children.
Yes.
And how old are your children?
3 and 1.
All right, so she's helping you with the 3 and 1 year old. So you're telling me your grandmother drives you to see your probation officer,
Yes.
and then says, I can't wait.
Yes, Your Honor.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just like I have real no support, really none. It's just me out there.
All right, so your grandmother is not supporting you.
Well, in a way she is. In a way.
All right, and then it says that they tried to have virtual meetings with you, and you kept rescheduling, and they allowed you to reschedule it and reschedule it and reschedule it.
Again, I had financial burdens.
So you didn't have a cell phone?
No.
You couldn't get a ride via bus?
Your Honor, My grandma lived in Leon Valley, and then she moved over there by Lackland Air Force Base, and I did not have reliable transportation.
Oh no, I know for a fact that there's transportation by via for Lackland.
Oh.
And you know how I know there is that? Because one time I made a mistake and got on the looper, which I believe is the 510, and it takes you all around the city. And I was like, wow, this is where the bases are.
Yes, but where I had to report was over there by 1604 in Bandera. Which,
Via.
Yes, Your Honor. They canceled that bus route. I know it sounds like if I'm making it up or not, but yes, they did cancel that bus route for that reason. That drive was very...
Now let's talk about probation, or how James keeps blowing it off. He skips check-ins, delays Zoom calls, and blames it all on transportation issues. But the judge isn't having it. Bus problems or not, showing up is part of the deal. His excuses? They are starting to sound like a broken record. And the court's not fooled. This isn't just about missed appointments, it's about showing a total lack of respect for the system and the people trying to help him. So here's the real question. At what point do excuses stop being excuses and start looking like defiance?
To do. That's simple. That's what I had said in that response.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Probation. Was there any restitution for Elise Perez and Kimberly Soto? All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. With regards to punishment, state, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're asking for the 10 years in prison. This is a third-degree felony. This is a SBI, Your Honor. Some other cases were taken into consideration in consideration of this plea. The defendant had opportunities between the division. He didn't do much of anything on probation. I was trying to get some more information today. None of the answers are very satisfying to the judge. So we're asking for 10 years from prison.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, I asked that he be sent, continued on probation and sent to ISF for a period of time to get his thoughts together. Be able to get out on the street and be a productive member of society and also a father for his 2 children.
All right. Oh, yes. You wanted to add something?
May I address the question?
Sure.
Yes, I would like to say that I would like to suggest no tolerant probation, where I may be supervising weekly UAs that do not use drugs, and or an outpatient program, intense outpatient program that I can prove to the court where I can be responsible in.
Here's the hard truth. James Madden knew exactly what he was risking, up to 10 years behind bars. Still, he chose to ignore the terms of his probation and skip out on required therapy. The court ran out of patience. The result? 8 years in prison and no unsupervised contact with his children. It's a tough sentence, but the message is loud and clear. You can't cut corners in the justice system and expect leniency. This case is a wake-up call. Accountability isn't optional. If you mess up, you face the consequences. So what do you think? Does the punishment fit the crime? Or is it too much for someone who might have been trying to turn things around?
My probation successfully.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. There's to be no unsupervised contact with the minors. The court will give you credit for any time served, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes.
All right. You do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community. You'll have to request that. And then it's completely up to them whether or not they place you in the therapeutic community.
Your Honor, what was the consequence again?
Oh, you're going to prison for 8 years.
I'm going to prison for 8 years.
Yes.
and that's the done deal.
8 years behind bars. 2 kids left behind. And a man who gambled with his future and lost. This verdict isn't just a legal decision, it sends a message. At what point does trying your best stop being enough? Should the justice system give more second chances? Or is it time to get tougher to protect the innocent? If you think this was a reality check, hit that like button. Subscribe for more straight to the point courtroom breakdowns, no filters, no fluff, and sound off in the comments. Was this justice served, or just another tragic failure?